Is it myth
Ooh.
or is it real?
Ooh.
I've got some marriage myths here.
'Cause you are the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Number 1. If it's hard, it must not be right.
What? If marriage is hard. Oh, if marriage is hard, then you must be with the wrong person. That's a myth. Because marriage is just really hard,
Regardless.
Actually, there's sometimes when people are like, I didn't expect marriage to be this hard. I just don't know if I was ready for this. It sounds like you're on the right track.
Yeah, right. It's like you've got to deal with some difficulties in marriage.
Yeah. It'll grow you. It'll strengthen you. And then when
You have
things
kids.
and then when things get even more
10x.
complicated,
Yeah.
you will be able to handle what comes your way.
That's right.
Together.
Okay. That was kind of a weird one.
Yeah, that threw me off.
Here's a good one.
Okay, give me a good one.
Kids come first.
I know in a lot of marriages they do. I see in a lot of mommy forums women who believe that, who live by that, who everything is about their kids, or when they're older and their kids leave the nest, it's just them and their husband. They either get divorced
or even that
or
popular
they
saying, like, people don't get divorced because they stay together for
Yeah.
the kids, which is, I get the sentiment. It's like, kids come first. I'll do anything for my kids, but I
Yeah.
won't do anything for my spouse.
Yeah. Sometimes people generally don't know how to interact with their spouse without
Yeah.
their child, which in that case, I'm like, you probably married the wrong person, right? But our kids don't come first in this relationship. They are my world. They're some of my best
'em.
friends. I would do anything for them.
You could say, if you put your kids above your marriage, you'll probably lose both.
Yeah.
But if you put your marriage first, then your spouse and your kids will be blessed.
Yeah. Now, there are some exceptions to that because sometimes you could have, like, what if it's like a sexual abuse case, right? Like, sorry, I'm not going to stay married to somebody who has abused our child, right?
Okay, you're working on. You're taking it.
Okay, I'm just making sure people know there's an exception. Okay.
Okay.
But also, I
gotta
want to.
tie-
But also, if I can add
Yeah.
to that, I want to say that there's one instance where my children, and I told you this. Do you know the answer to where?
Let's see. Go ahead.
Where I would want you to put my children before me.
If there was a fire in the house, I make sure I get the kids out
If
and leave you to die.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Well, no, that is true. But if
Okay.
if you ever had to choose between me and one of the children during birth, I gave you the same talk. I would always want you to pick the child's life over mine.
And what would I always tell
And you
you?
would tell me no. But
I'm glad we sorted that out. Which leads me to the next one. Couples should agree on everything.
oh goodness, no. That's not iron sharpening iron. That's not healthy. That's not realistic. I think that there are some women that I know who they are agreeable. They don't want to be disagreeable. They want to be compliant, whatever their husband says. And I don't know. It feels like they're dying a slow death.
Sheesh. Just
At least
because,
I feel that way when I listen to them talk about it.
because all they do, they just live to appease.
Yeah, and to please. And if you're doing that 24/7, who's making sure you're happy and taken care of and you're being seen and you're being heard and your needs are being met? If you're doing that for every other person, who is doing that for you? And I think this is why women, we get so tired and worn out and we get so sick and stressed out, and then we end up with 70,000 mental health issues. So I don't think that is true.
Next myth. Are you ready? This
I'm
is
ready.
a good one.
Okay, you keep saying that.
Have we not had a good one?
They've been good.
Love is enough.
I guess in the United States, love is love. So if we're going by cultural, the answer to that is true. But no,
Is love not love, babe?
no. Sometimes you don't love. I didn't always love you, and well, I should say I loved you, but I didn't always like you, and sometimes I didn't love you. Actually, sometimes I would say I couldn't stand you right now. It wasn't my love that, like, if that was the case, it wouldn't have gotten us anywhere. Sometimes I just needed to act, even when the
Mhm.
love wasn't there,
Right.
out of the commitment that in the vow that I made before God and other people. Sometimes love isn't enough. And sometimes, like, we know, even with our biological family, my biological family, we have poured so much love into them, and it hasn't been enough. And
Well, yeah.
can I finish? I'm like,
Go ahead.
I get a little choked up here because I told you about this epiphany that I had recently where it's like, I have spent so much of my life pouring into and loving people, wanting their best, like giving and overgiving and sacrificing and giving love to people who didn't love me back. Like,
We're trying to have fun here. You keep on. Which is fine.
I
Which
guess
is
we
fine.
can have fun, but
You keep
I'm
on-
not the fun one in the relationship. In case
You're like,
you didn't get
let's have a fun one.
Well, I just
And
wanted
you're
to,
like,
I just,
keep on dragging us into the
But this is an
darkness.
important lesson because how many people give love as though that can just cover everything, right? But if love could save, if love could be enough, the world would be a much better place than it is. And sometimes love isn't enough. And I think that's honest, and I think if more people realize that we individually would be healthier. And sometimes you can have all the love and it can't save someone you want to save.
I'm sorry, and I'm not heartless.
He's being
but
so cruel right now.
If you heard the conversation we had before, where she literally said, all these topics are so heavy. Can't we do just something
well,
fun?
I didn't know the myths that you were going to say to me, so you took me off guard. Okay, Eric, love is enough. Love makes the world go round. Is that what you want to hear?
No, you're adorable. You're adorable. And it's
I
true.
love you.
Because love is not enough, because sometimes it's just you got to roll up your sleeves and get to the trenches and say, doggone it, I made a commitment to this person and I might not even be feeling it right now, but I'm going to be there for him, right?
Okay, give me a fun one. I won't cry. I'll be
Here. Happy
fun,
wife, happy
Erica.
life.
Yes.
Is that
True.
real?
I know that one's supposed to be a myth, but that one is.
Is that true?
Oh, I want it to be true. I know that
It could be true.
You're a lot happier when I'm happier.
I am a lot
I
happier
say it to you,
when
but
you're
that's probably sin, you know. I think a wife that is seen and taken care of and loved intentionally with her love language, as she watches her kids be cared for,
You know, it's
and
interesting.
she's supported.
Can I just say it might not be a myth? You think about the proverb where it's like,
A man who finds a good woman finds a happy life,
yeah, I mean,
a good life.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now that doesn't necessarily, I mean, I guess that the point is like, it's not just about one person's happiness. We all get that. We all get that. And women naturally get that. Like,
Caretakers.
you're caretakers. It's part of your being to like
Most women.
most women to like want to care and take care of people at their own expense.
Yeah.
Generally, that's a natural thing. And so what the Bible's like, a argumentative or cantankerous woman is like, you know, you'd rather sleep in the smallest corner of the smallest room than live in a mansion with a with like a woman who's gonna just crap all over you
Yeah.
constantly.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're just like, you'd rather go and be in a peaceful little place.
Yeah.
than have a woman who's going to be on your case and unhappy and this. So I can see the point.
Yeah.
Maybe a happy wife is a happy
But
wife.
a kind, happy wife. There's some women who are happy because they make your life miserable and make you like their slave. That's not a happy life. That's a fake
Right.
life. That's like an Instagram life. It's all fake.
It's all fake. Next one.
Okay.
Never go to bed angry. That's a tough one. He stumped you. Never
I
go
don't
to
know.
bed angry.
This one's controversial because you're taught that, right? When we first got married, people would say, "Don't go to bed angry," and that's what the Bible says. There's
Oh,
a
like the
scripture
don't let the
about
sun go down
don't
on
let
your
the sun
anger.
go down on your anger. I think that's a misuse of scripture because, like I said to my little sister in her wedding speech, sometimes going to bed angry will keep you from killing your husband. I mean, I'm not the only woman who thinks about killing her husband.
But sometimes you just need to take a break. and sometimes when you do go to bed, before you go to bed, you need to hide all the knives.
I mean, sometimes it happens, especially on those psych meds, right? But I think
keep one eye open when Erica actually sleeps with one eye open. She always has one eye
it's
like
genetic,
this.
like my
She
most
has
of my bio
one
family
eye
does
just
that.
lazy, just kind of rolling around.
It's wild.
And our son got it too.
Don't be airing his business like that.
He's funny when he does it. Like
He's
he's
like
got
really like
his eyes really like Erica's is just cracked. His is like this, and you can like see, and you're like Silas, and he just
I gotta tell him which one does it.
the one who
Anyway.
looks exactly like you. Like they could have guessed.
It's genetics. He can't help it. I can't help it. It's wild. But yeah, I think there is some fruit to going to bed saying we're gonna pick this up because we want to work toward this together. I think honestly, can I just be real honest? Since
Mhm.
having had cancer, I think why I paused on that is because I was like, does it even matter? Like, what we're fighting about, is it even that big of a deal that I can't just like, I don't want those to be the last words, the last interaction. Like, what happens if, and like during treatment for cancer, we didn't even fight. Like, because stuff that seems like it's so big just didn't matter. It just didn't matter. And so what
I
makes
actually
me-
learned an important thing about fighting.
Oh.
What during cancer?
What did you learn?
I learned that I need to let you wrestle through things on your own. And that if I fought with you, I was actually getting in the way of you wrestling through things with God. Because oftentimes in a marriage, especially because we're two have become one, and we're thinking that we need to be instrumental in every aspect of each other's lives. But there's sometimes where you are actually going to get in the way of what truly matters most, where you had to wrestle with God over whether or not you actually trusted him.
Yeah.
And if I started fighting with you like, hey, come on, get up, let's get after today. You know, you don't have to worry about dying. It's not going to, like, if I started to say those types of things, that actually was counterintuitive, because then you'd fight with me about like what you believed and what you were feeling. And what I really just needed to do is go and pray for you and say, Lord, allow her the space to wrestle with you over what she's walking through, because I don't need her fighting with me. And so sometimes, so that's what I say I learned. Sometimes it's not about me. Sometimes I'm actually getting in the way of what you actually need to wrestle through. And to give you space to wrestle with God, just hand it over and go spend more time praying for your spouse than engaging your spouse in that topic. And in that point, all you're really just trying to do is support them and say, what do you need from me? Because especially in a marriage where we both believe the same things about who God is and what he intends for us, I don't have to go to the mat with you to get you places, because I entrust those things to the Lord. That if you believe in God and believe that we're working all things and that he's working all things for your good, that everything you're walking ward is aimed at becoming more like Christ.
Oof.
I don't have to help you get there, right? God may use me, but that's me opening up my hands and saying, God, however you choose to use me in this moment.
That was a hard season.
This is not as
Makes
fun
me
as it's
emotional.
supposed to be.
I thought this was going to get more fun. Ugh.
Kids will bring you last myth. We'll do the last myth because this is we're gonna both be in tears by the end of this fun episode.
Invite us to your party. We'll bring fun.
Kids will bring you closer.
To your knees, to the ground, to pray to heaven. Yes, but to each other, not unless you have fixed the problems before they come. You know, I was just telling someone, don't get married because you think it's going to fix the issues you're having dating. And then definitely don't have children before you fix these blaring issues, because then you will have little human beings that you need to focus on, give all your attention to. Whatever the issue was pre them, it will just grow larger because now you have someone who loves you unconditionally, who adores you, who you're going to
And that you love unconditionally.
And you're going to pour everything there, and you're not going to give anything toward this relationship that drains you, exhausts you, makes you feel horrible about yourself. And the issues are just going to get bigger. They're going to drive you further away. Is there an off chance that it fixes a couple? Yeah. But
God can do anything.
yeah.
So let's not put it past God to
Yeah.
do anything. But it won't be the kids that bring you closer.
No.
It would be in spite of the time and energy
Yeah.
and work that it takes to raise kids.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
To do it well,
Mhm.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
You just plan on not sleeping for like,
A long time.
2 or 3
18
years.
18.
Because it's just a lot of
Yeah.
work to care for kids.
Yeah.
So that's why the wisdom would be good to say, get to a good place
Mhm.
in your marriage. And what do we mean by that? Where you're romantically loving each other and feeling connected,
Mhm.
where your friendship and your communication is on the same wavelength,
Mhm.
and where your sacrifice is for each other, where you feel like you're being properly sacrificed
Yeah.
for, and that you're doing the sacrificing too.
Yeah.
And if you
Can
feel,
I add a fourth one?
go ahead.
Get your mental health like in check. Get yourself to a place where you are healthy in your mind and you are well in your brain, because if that part's not corrected, it's going to impact all of these, and it's going to spill over, and it's going to have a negative impact on your children because they're going to watch all the chaos unfold, and it's going to shift how they see the world. And to add to that, when couples like who struggle to have kids, they're like, "Oh, we'll just adopt because that'll fix the." I please don't bring kids who probably are coming from trauma and abandonment into a
Oh.
relationship thinking that they're gonna fix your problems, because they're not, and we've seen it.
We've experienced it. I mean,
Yeah.
we've have 4 kids in our home who are not our own.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
because they do things that you can't even take responsibility for,
Yeah.
because it's not your DNA and you didn't really raise them
But
until
it's
they
their-
came
it's
into your
their
home.
trauma.
So, well, it's their trauma. It's just also they were born to other
upbringing,
people and they were raised for a period of time by other people. So things that your kids do, you just have to be like, I own that one. Like it's my DNA and it's my house that raised
Yeah.
it. So you have it's just
Can't blame anybody.
you can't blame anybody.
Take
It's like, I just gotta own this one.
Yeah.
But when you have kids who come from different places and they just do the wackiest things that you're like, I would have never, ever thought that a kid would go into a storage room, go into the Christmas ornaments, take out the Christmas ornaments, and then break them.
20-year-old ornaments from my grandma who's passed on, you know.
Like, no one goes back there.
Yeah.
No one likes to go in the storage room. Why would you go in the Christmas ornaments? Then why would you break them? Like, there's lots of layers there where you're just like, I can't even own it. You have no words for it. It just happened because other
okay.
people's kids are in your home and
But they're not
gonna
going to
do things.
fix it, right? And if our marriage was not steady
no.
and if we weren't, you know, best friends and partners and like just basically it's me and you against the world and we can weather it and God's going to help us through. If we didn't have that foundation and we brought kids into it honestly, we're already tired. It would undo us. It
Right.
would destroy our marriage.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's all.
That's
the
a
fun.
wrap. That's all the myths. Come back next time for our next very fun episode.
Oh, we're gonna work on fun, guys.
On fire, 'cause you kept me every time I mess it up. And everybody says that things are bound to change, but I hope they stay the same. 'Cause you are the best thing that's ever happened to me.